It was a surprise announcement from East Asia Soft mere days ago that had me eagerly awaiting Red Death for Nintendo Switch, and although it is not a new shmup, as it was originally released a few years back, I was still stoked to check it out when it hit the eShop earlier today. Red Death serves as a prologue to Project Starship and revolves around a red-headed protagonist referred to only as Red One, who pilots a fighter craft in an attempt to defend Earth against waves of evil beings bent on annihilating all of humankind. The game is quite short, consisting of only 3 stages, and in the normal mode you follow scripted segments that move the story along. You can speed through the text in the first 2 stages, but for some reason you were forced to sit through the entirety of it in stage 3, and I would have much preferred the option to skip these parts. You begin with a standard shot that can be powered up, but you can also swap out for the laser or missile, both of which can also be powered up by obtaining items along the way. In addition to these drops, you can also collect extra lives, which are scattered throughout the stages. There is also an overload meter, which you fill up by collecting stars from destroyed enemies. Once the bar is full, you can unleash upon your foes one massive load worth of firepower until the bar is depleted. Other than that, you have the option to slow your ship down, which can be handy for times when bullets are everywhere. During each stage, you'll encounter larger enemies that act as a mid-stage boss before the final boss. There's an arcade mode as well, which is essentially story-free and has randomized elements thrown into the mix. As an example, you might start off with the missile or laser and see bosses you didn't see in the normal story mode. Enemy waves are also randomized in arcade mode, which keeps things fresh for such a short game. The visuals are simple yet fitting, and the colors are a nice retro-inspired 4-tone style, which I enjoyed. I found the music to be ominous and wonky at times, but again fit the mood and theme of this particular shmup quite nicely. I also enjoyed the simple yet charming sound effects, which reminded me of older games from long ago. Controls are smooth and flawless from what I've experienced so far, and that's always a huge plus. Although Red Death on other platforms seems to have trophies, I've seen no indication that the Switch has any sort of achievement list to check off as you go. All in all, it's a short and sweet little trip, though one that has me feeling like there could have been a little more to it. That being said, I'd still say the $5 price tag is worth it, and I'm glad to have this as part of my shmup library. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this review, everybody. Thanks so much for listening. Be sure to let me know what you think below, if you've picked this up or not, or maybe you want to now. I'm enjoying it, but yeah. Anyway, thanks, and we will see you next time. Take care.